Hello, on our blustery day here. Today, I want to talk to you about the art of conversation. Hello, my name's Leon Lacouvé, the grandfather. The art of conversation. Now, some people say that it is actually a lost art. A lost art because of course, this, the cell phone. The cell phone is damaging the art of conversation. Well, if you think to yourself that I am a unique person, I am a unique person. But just before I go on, I'd like to thank you for those wonderful line and email messages. Please keep them coming. They mean a lot to you. Now, the art of conversation, what does this mean? It means how I can formulate an idea in my mind, and then I can give the idea intelligently to you, such that you form a picture of what I'm saying. Once you do that, we have a beginning of social intercourse. We actually understand each other, the art of conversation. Now, this ties into something we've spoken about before, which is my personal brand. What does this mean? This means how I present myself in the world. The greatest difficulty we have today with the art of conversation is people increasingly, they can say a lot of things, but very little of it makes any sense at all. Doesn't advance my brand, doesn't advance my intellect, present myself in the world whatsoever. Why not? Well, basically because anything we do requires an element of practice. I have to be willing to actually converse with you such that you understand what I'm actually saying. Now, just a small story. Many years ago, I was speaking to two young ladies about Turkey. What was actually going on at this time geopolitically in Turkey. Now, at the end of the conversation, they both looked at me blankly and said, Turkey. So, how do you like your meat? Do you like it dark or do you like it white? They thought I was literally talking about the fowl, Turkey. Instead, I was talking about the country. And I was very angry at myself because in my arrogance, I didn't really take the time to ask, do you understand what I am talking about? And I think it's the same for all of us now. If you go to a bus stop, no one is talking. Why not? Because we're engrossed. We're totally engrossed in the cell phone. Very dangerous thing. Because the cell phone, of course, can give us all the knowledge in the world. All the knowledge. But it can't give us any wisdom whatsoever. Because that requires practice. So the art of conversation is actually a skill set that I must enhance if I'm going to nurture my personal brand, the uniqueness of me. A thought I had the other day when I was looking at some of my students is, my gosh, they're all perfect. Everyone is 100%. We all have our minds, we're all from good families, we're all good looking, we all have our teeth. What makes me 100% plus? What makes me 100% plus? Can only be my personal brand. And what is shrouded inside the personal brand is, of course, the art of what I'm saying. The art of conversation is a very important skill set that we all must nurture if we're going to go forward. Now, I'm going to now read you just a little bit from my book.
Grandfather is Going to Die, Chapter 4. Now we must think critically. I read this analogy actually the other day, and I thought it was very clever, very interesting. Imagine that you are invited to a banquet and the table is resplendent with beautiful food. And over there you even spy the delicacy that you really enjoy, and your mouth salivates with this delicious food that you expect. But wait, there are no bowls. There are no bowls or plates. Would you really enjoy the food? No, I don't think you would, of course. Of course you wouldn't. So, Grandfather is Going to Die, Chapter 4. Thank you.
So, the next time you have a desire to pull your cell phone out, at a stoplight, or perhaps at some place that's not really very important. Perhaps just reflect on an idea. Think to yourself, wow, let me build this idea that I'm going to use later in a conversation, because the only way we're going to grow as a society is by conversation. If we don't develop intellectual thought, what will that mean for our democracy, for our relationships in the future? So please ponder these issues. The art of conversation has been with us forever, until this generation, maybe 20 or 40 years. Anyhow, as they say, critical thinking is necessary, and critical thinking is great. From this blustery day, please take care.